This time we're looking at Lava Mountain, and obviously I have to start with level 1. Which is kinda unusual because it's just one planet where you face 3 of the Deadly 6, so all the star rings are on the same planet. But the star rings appear in an unusual way. They're programmed so that each time you collect a star ring, the next star ring appears, so you'll have to get all of them in order. Anyway, the first star ring is near where Zaz starts, and after you beat Zaz, some of the tiles on the planet crumble and expose a lava pool. And the second star ring is near this lava pool. And with reference to this lava pool, the third and fourth star rings are between this lava pool and the other side of the planet. So when all you're left with is a ring of tiles to walk on, you can still get the third and fourth star rings. But the problem is the fifth star ring isn't on this ring around the planet, so it's best to get the star ring while you're facing the yellow Zeddy Zamam. Because if you wait until more of the planet crumbles and you have to face Master Zik, you're too late. So basically you're gonna need to get all 5 star rings by the time this guy appears so that you can finish the level with all of them. Now about level 2, getting the star rings here isn't as hard as staying alive so that you can keep them. For the first star ring, after this downhill slope and these 2 loop-de-loops, there are 3 rings of grind rails, the third one having the star ring you're looking for. But after you get it, problems arise because you have to dodge minecarts with bombs, and these carts will kill you instantly if you hit them, so not a good time to be careless. Afterwards, there's a checkpoint, and then you switch to a 3D section. Then you'll have 2 rails to grind on, and 2 planes for bombing both rails. When these 2 planes disappear, there are paths leading left and right, and you need to take the one on the right. It's not really that hard because there are springs leading the way. But as you go on, you'll get another star ring just before you get back on the main path. You'll get on the same grind rail if you take the path on the left, but when you do, the star ring will be behind you, so you won't be able to get it. Now keep going and you'll be fine until you get to the area with the buzz bombers. Then you'll see the rail curved upside down and you'll see another distinct rail with a star ring at the end. When you jump, press the left key or tilt left on the control stick if you have a controller, so that you can go a bit slower and not overshoot the ring. Not too long after that, you'll find 3 more ring-shaped rails. But the second ring is a big one with 2 pairs of minecarts going around it and a star ring going behind one of them. So what you do is wait until the carts ahead of the star ring pass over the top, then jump and get the star ring, and then jump out of the way of the minecarts so you don't blow up. You can then resume the stage as normal, but you're not done with the bomb carts just yet. And here it's good to go slow, so press the left key or the left on the control stick, whichever gets you going slower. Then you can relax for a second because there's a checkpoint up ahead. But when you hit this checkpoint, you'll land on a green rail with a bunch of closing doors you have to pass by. There's actually a whole circle of rails, but you want to stay on the green rail that you originally came on because that's where the star ring is going to be. So dodge around the bombs as needed, but make sure to stay on the same side that you came on. And when you get this last star ring, moving on will open the doors to victory. Now on to level 3. The first star ring is in the first area, specifically among these platforms rising above the lava pool. If you look to the right, you'll find a relatively large rock mass with 5 10 rings on the wall. The star ring is on the far end of this rock past a few spikes. The second star ring you won't see in a while, so keep going until you're inside the second fortress with Zor, which you'll recognize by these spiked balls rolling around. After dodging several of these, you'll either have to spin dash to the left or take the secret entrance on the right, which leads you to 9 big rings, and I bet you can guess what the 10th one is. And later, right after you escape the fortress with Zor, you'll go to a 3D section where you'll be able to parkour on a set of walls, or take the hover wisp and use the trail of rings to do the light dash. You'll have to take the parkour route because there's a star ring there, and getting it requires a bit of technique. Personally, what I did was jump on the wall, spin dash to go up a bit, jump to the right and to the left again, and then spin dash again as I approach the star ring. You can probably do it a different way, but that's one way of doing it. After this set of walls, there is yet another set of walls with yet another star ring. What you do is jump and get on the wall at the highest point of your jump. Then as you descend towards the lava, spin dash to stay on the wall and get the star ring. Then you can jump to the next wall and take the springs to the next platform. Then you'll be presented with a boatload of badniks and some shooting cannons to boot. Follow the path forward and to the right, and as you go back to the left, you'll see a cannon with a spring on it. And I think you know what that means. It means that you have to get a good head start, jump onto the cannon, and take that spring, because that spring will take you to another star ring on top of another cannon. Then you'll be guided into the fortress where the last boss is. And the star ring you just got is the last one, so you can hurry your way over to Zabek.
Let's put an end to this.
And finish it off with him. So now let's finish up our collecting with one last level, the final boss. It's a running stage, so you'll only get one chance at each star ring. And when Eggman shoots energy balls at you, you'll see the first star ring on the right. The second star ring you'll see when Eggman is shooting sweeping lasers at you. You'll have to go over to the left and watch out for the laser moving in the same direction. The third star ring comes after Eggman leaves himself open for you to attack. But the problem is, if you attack Eggman, then you may miss the star ring, so it's best not to attack Eggman and just focus on getting the star ring in the middle of the road. If you choose to do this, there's another star ring open when Eggman leaves himself open for a second time. It's on the left side of the road, but if you're clever with your timing when you attack him, you should be able to get it and strike a blow to Eggman. The last star ring isn't too far off from that, and unless Eggman is on his last leg, you should see the red star ring when Eggman shoots sweeping lasers. So be ready for the star ring by going to the far right when he does this. But if you've already attacked Eggman twice and he's on his last leg at his point, you'll come by the star ring when he's shooting energy balls from side to side. So the star ring will be harder to get because these balls are harder to dodge. And that's why if you're looking for star rings, it's better to focus on getting the star rings and then focus on attacking Eggman. Once you're done with all the collecting, you get one last Chaos Emerald. The gray one, which is kinda strange because the stage is red and yellow. But still, if you've been doing these stages in order, it means you have collected all the Chaos Emeralds.